Hello. Had to make sure my throat was tight before I started. Um, so I had sort of a little bit of a odd revelation here the other day, and about one of the oddest things you'd ever think to have a revelation about, particularly, and that was about online dating. Now, I have been a long time advocate of online dating because I met my husband online, on Craigslist to be exact, and stuff, and met this great, wonderful, sweet, compassionate, strong, loving, just awesome man. And met him online and know of stories of other people who have met people online, and turned out really great. People got married, have long-term relationships. It's turned out awesome, and stuff. And but here lately, I am rethinking my stance on online dating. And part of it has to do with some of the stuff, like the catfish stuff and stuff like that. But, that's not the biggest part of it, because catfishing is only a small part of what people do wrong with online dating and stuff. A lot of people do that, but I wouldn't call that the majority of what people are doing online. What I'm finding is there's a lot of shadiness, shystiness, lazy men, time wasters, just out and out craziness, you know, um, dudes that are on there just, tossing women because it's really easy to find women. And, I'm particularly talking about, for black women with interracial dating. Um, and a bunch of people who really don't know how to vet. And online dating is not a place you should be and not vet. And I came about this opinion. I'm giving a shout out to two of the blogs, and I've talked about them before, FB pages that I love, Swirl World and Black Women with Other Brothers. I love you both. You guys are great. And some stuff I've read and, talked about on their page and we've discussed has really made me change my stance. And I'm thinking when my husband and I met, unfortunately, was probably close to the heyday, maybe a few years before and maybe a year or so two after was really a heyday for online dating. It was new, and like with most new things online, they're really awesome when they first start out, and then after a while comes this group of people who figure out how to manipulate, use this to their advantage, how to turn something good into something shady, and stuff. It always happens. And I think that's what's happened with online dating. And I'm particularly worried about women not knowing how to vet, and I've done blogs about online dating and how to vet with online dating and stuff. And I know there are books and other articles. And if you're doing it, I'm not saying you should get out. I'm just saying really you need to know how to vet really hard. I mean, it's not even like regular vetting. There is a extra sort of, due diligence in vetting with when it comes to men online. I have here lately have not heard of a ton of success stories with online dating. I hear a few here and there, but mostly what I hear is women talking about how they got used or how some guy wasted their time or how they went out with some guy and then he said they were, he hit it and quit it, and stuff. And, like I say, part of that is women not knowing how to vet men, how to really ask questions, how to really take stuff a little bit slower because you don't really know this person. And then I see all this stuff like on Dr. Phil and stuff that's just crazy about people giving their money to people they have yet to ever meet and stuff like that. And then the new thing of men asking for money. I heard on the over 50 Hour Time website that a lot of men are using that to to lure women in and to take their money from them and stuff like that, because a lot of older ladies are, they're maybe widows or divorced or something, and they're lonely and would like companionship and stuff. And, it's just a way for them to lure women in and take advantage. And if you're a set of women that maybe is not the hot set, and stuff, and we're talking about something for mature women, also talking about something, unfortunately, for black women, is that, it's unfortunate and it's not fair, but it's not like, black women are dating and getting married at these huge levels. We're not, and stuff. And so a lot of men have figured out, well, these ladies are lonely, and they talk about their loneliness, which I always say people should stop talking about that. You're just opening yourself up for, some user and abuser and stuff. And they talk about their loneliness so openly all the time. And now they've come. It's like sharks. They see blood in the water and here they come, and stuff. And they're taking advantage of women. Now, I wish somebody would write some book about old fashioned dating, what I did when I first started dating, which you had to actually go out and you had to meet people and you had to flirt and you had to talk, and stuff. And it's kind of becoming a lost skill. I know it's a lost skill on these kids. They don't know, they're socially disabled. I mean, it's bad kind of what internet has done to a lot of people, where we don't think that, people have no social skills. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to flirt, or they're so desperate that they think when somebody's being nice, they're flirting and stuff, when it's just a person just being nice to you. But some women are so desperate and grabby and stuff, and men too, that if you just are nice to people, they're like, oh my God, I'm in love. Or you go out on one date or one coffee and, people are setting up marriages and stuff like that. It's getting really sort of, because everybody wants to do everything instantly, and stuff. And so nobody wants to take their time. Nobody wants to get to know people and stuff. And I think what people think is going to happen online is you're going to meet this man of your dreams, and it's just going to be all wonderful, and he's going to run up on the horse, and then he'll just take you away, and you all will know each other, and it'll be like it is on Lifetime movie, and stuff. And life is not like that. Do I feel bad about not really being hyped up about online? Yeah, because it was something that I really thought was great and thought, really believed in, especially for black women. Now, I believed in real life dating too. I didn't think you should just do one. I thought you should do, hey, whatever is out there, you should be trying to do and stuff. But my thought is that with online dating, many women who are really into online dating now is to pull back a little bit and start doing something else, or stop dating or whatever, or please read some books, look at my blog if you need to for the online dating blogs I did, and other blogs that they talk about it. Black Women with Other Brothers, she has lots of great articles about online dating and black women really getting out and, getting out in public, and being seen and going places, and stuff. People always act like there's nobody in their town, unless you live in, bum, in bum effing nowhere, or something, or, two spits, Alabama or something like that. There are people there. Okay. There are people there for you to meet. You may not be getting to all the places that you need to get. You may not be giving off the signals that would have somebody maybe be drawn to you and want to date you. You may not know how to flirt. You may not know how to talk. You may not know how to do what needs to be done, because you still have to, that's the part you still have to do if you real life date. You have to do the part where somebody's going to notice you and be drawn to you, and stuff. And so many people are in their own world or doing whatever on their phones, or they're not paying much attention. and they may miss opportunities because we're that kind of world. We're just kind of like, and stuff. And it may be that, you know. Um, if you're telling me you're living in New York or Chicago or Houston or Dallas or Atlanta or LA or Frisco or Seattle or whatever, and you can't meet somebody, I'm telling you, you're doing something wrong. You're just doing something wrong, 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 real wrong. You're just, it's not, in a big town, even a medium-sized town and stuff. It is not, I met people when I lived here in Seattle. I met people all the time and stuff, and Seattle is not some huge town. It's not. But I met guys all the time and stuff and dated quite frequently. When I wanted to date, I dated. When I didn't want to date, I didn't date and stuff, so it wasn't impossible. And so if it's somewhere like this, and you're somewhere else and you're just thinking, well, I have to be online, and you people aren't out and about and aren't meeting people. And I keep hearing I heard a conversation with a gentleman this weekend. My husband and I are sitting in the bar, and he's talking to another set of people about a first date he had just had with a woman that he had met at the Seahawks game. That's our football team, the Sea Chickens, the Super Chickens. But he had met at a Seahawks game and stuff, and he had said he had been on Match.com. He was a nice looking man. I mean, wasn't nothing wrong with him. He was a nice looking man and stuff. And he had been on Match.com for like 2 months, and he hadn't met anything but a bunch of weirdo chicks, and it was not working out, and he just decided to not do it anymore and just go out and happened to meet this woman. And she was a nice looking woman he had a date with. Now, she had left. The date had been over, and she had got him. She had left, and he had stayed there and stuff. And he was talking to some other folks that were sitting there. And I just kind of overheard the conversation and stuff. And I thought, I think this might be happening to a lot of people, that they're going on these Match.com. And I know everybody thinks Match.com is so great because you pay for it. And, I'll find somebody because, yeah, that means absolutely nothing. Free, pay for it, it don't matter and stuff. I say that all the time. Only thing that matters is your skills at vetting, not how much it costs. You could pay nothing and find somebody great if you knew how to vet and stuff, but people seem to think that, Match.com, since you pay for it, they're going to vet it. They're going to vet the person for you too. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. And he met this woman and they'd gone out on this first date, and he seemed to have really liked her, and she was a nice looking woman. I saw the woman, and stuff. I don't know how the date went. I don't know if they will go out again, but he had been out at a football game of all things and met somebody, and he was just so excited, and stuff. And I know football's been over for a while, and I guess, they'd been on this date and stuff. Maybe he was at a Sounders game. I don't remember, but he had met her and just, they'd been out and, he was kind of really seemed excited and stuff. And I don't know if it was the first date either. I don't know. Maybe I'm telling the story backwards. But I remember that part of the conversation, saying how much he liked her and how when he got off of Match.com and started to go back in the world again, and, if you're a socially awkward or shy or have, there's lots of stuff and lots of resources out there for you to help you and stuff, and my thought is, once again, if you want to online date, don't go in blind. Really go in with some information behind you on how to do this and keep yourself safe from the shady, shysty, lazy, grabby, cheater, dudes are going to take all your money and all that stuff, to how to avoid, because these people are really good at what they do. It's not like they're dummies. They're really good at what they do and stuff. And if you're out there too vulnerable with no information on how to finagle the waters of online dating, you're gonna be in trouble. And tell you the truth, if you can figure out how to finagle the waters of online dating, you can figure out how to finagle the waters of real life dating. Okay, it's not impossible, and stuff. This is how people used to meet. Um, I know, people act like, oh, well, I'm never go out. And everybody, give me a break. Everybody goes out. Everybody does stuff. There are places you go, and stuff. And you have to do what it is you need to do. Stop waiting for the other person to do something spectacular and run over there and, sweep you off your feet. This is not a romance novel. Okay. This is not a romance comedy. This is not a romance movie. This is real life. Okay. And in real life, there's stuff that, they need to do, but there's stuff you need to do too. And so, don't get lazy, don't get lackadaisical. Like I said, I wish somebody would write book. Maybe there is a book. If there is, somebody please tell me what it is so I can recommend it to people, because I'm saying I'm not really, I'm not really feeling online dating the way I used to feel it. I know it sucks. I really feel, it's like, wow, I feel, sort of torn by it, and stuff. Um, it can certainly be an option, but I would not try to put my eggs all in that basket. It's probably not going to work out for you. I'd recommend that you do some other stuff, and maybe that you just, if you're really not feeling it, or if it's really not working out, just throw it out completely and just go out and, hey, live a life, and stuff, and that'll probably work better for you. I know I know it may not be bad news for everybody. Maybe some people were thinking, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I can't stand the shady, shisty men, the lazy men that don't want to make any effort. They don't want to make any effort into actually trying to, woo the woman and stuff, or the sneaky, shady ones that are, thieves, trying to take your money or come to your house one time. Next thing you know, they're trying to live with you and stuff and eat all your food. Or the ones that are just totally using women for sex, and there's a lot of those out there. Just, because women are desperate and lonely and, want somebody to love them and all this stuff. And these dudes are totally using women for sex, and sometimes for long periods of time. And using women for sex and having women do, really odd sexual stuff. Just it happens, and stuff, and it seems to be happening more and more. So I say get out, go real, and that's worked for a long time. But my thought is, you know, online dating had maybe a 5 year heyday and stuff, and I think I got in there right at the end of it, and now I think that heyday is pretty much over. Stuff. So good luck to you out there dating in real life. Okay, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.